I've got some high-speed PETG Plus here from XTZL3D. This is actually dual extrusion, red and gold. The gold actually looks more orange to my eye than it does gold, but it does come out really nicely. And this is on a reusable spool. So the idea is you press this tab, you press that tab, you rotate it, and it separates so you can put a refill on it. However tempting it is, don't try and do that while there's filament still on there. Wait until you've emptied the spool if you want to see how it goes. So you can see the different transitions of the colours here. I've been running a assortment of prints with it. If you've seen my previous reviews, you'll be used to some of these. These are my fidget bolts, and it really shows that transition from one colour to the other. I don't normally print fidgets in PETG, I tend to just run them in silks and PLA and stuff. But I wanted to have something that's really sort of shows off that colour, and also with fidgets I know I can always give them away afterwards, so I don't end up with a house full of Cali cubes or benchies. I don't really bother with them. You can see just the way it's showing those two different tones off. And then of course have to do the giant one. This has come out really well. I had a bit of a mishap with the offset, but that was my fault. The temperature's been all over the place here, so it's affected the offset, and I was tuning it in as I did this. That's not the filament though. That really emphasises that colour change. And then I've been messing about with a little sliding top box, like an old-fashioned wooden pencil case. So we look there, because it's got solid sides, it really shows off that change. It's looking a bit pink on my screen, but it's actually more red than pink, and then transitioning into a kind of dark orange colour. And then, what's the point of the box with nothing in it? Run off a couple of my fidget spinners. There's the focal point. I really need to get better cameras. Can that one see it? No, it's shadowing, isn't it? I might start not using this side camera for review videos like this. I want to replace this overhead camera with something that has a better way of holding focus. It's got a lovely sheen on it, and you can just see the difference between the two colours. And this is a slightly different fidget I've started mucking about with the design for. Don't know where I'm going with it yet. But it shows off those different colour transitions quite nicely. So I've got a couple of them. This little bit here isn't a filament blemish or anything, it's just where I need to fine tune the design because the locking hole just breaks through a little bit. Nothing to do with the filament. And then for more practical stuff, because it's PETG, these are just little screw sorting trays or bolt sorting trays. So I've recessed a size in there, and then when I'm using an array of different sized bolts, I can just sort them by size, and it makes it easier to grab them as I'm working, or to sort out a few and then put them away in the boxes. And this is just the mount plate for a Raspberry Pi. It's got the 4 holes there that the Pi bolts into. The idea being that when I'm prototyping stuff that uses a Pi, you've got your 4 inner holes there that you can mount this to whatever it is, and then fix your Pi on, and it doesn't use up much filament. And then once I've finished the design or whatever, then I can swap this out for a full-sized case that encloses the whole thing. And then there's the same thing here. This is for one of those Big Tree Tech Manta E3EZ, because we're British, boards. So I started out at this size, but again it doesn't need to be that big just for test mounting. So I've reduced it down to this. And PETG is ideal for stuff like this. But being quite flat, it doesn't actually show off that colour change. So there we go. That's the XTZL3D PETG Plus high speed in red and gold. Definitely worth trying out. Just don't undo the spool till you've emptied it.